So going back to the book, I think we can pretty well say, following what's going on here, if we go to the next page after we get through this number line thing that I've just drawn for you, and we said, hey, it's somewhere near 1.5, we're going to be able to say, well, is it in between 1.3 and 1.4? Well, do the math. What's 1.4 times 1.4? It's 14 times 14, right? So let's do 14 times 14. 4 times 4 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 1 would be 56. Right? 4 times 14 would be 56. 14, 28. 28 times 2 is 56. And then we go right below it and we get 5.560. 10 times 1.4. Wrong answer, Mr. Kolesnick. That can't be true. Let's get rid of that. 10 times 1.4 in this situation has to be 140. So we get 196. And then what happens when I multiply the tenths times the tenths? Right? It's 2 decimal places. So it's 1.96. Well, that's not quite 2, is it? Has to be more than 1.4. Right? Has to be more than 1.4. So we know this is going to be greater than 1.4. See it? Now, I had to pause this, and unfortunately when I paused it, I actually stopped it. So we've actually got 2 of these going together that are going to be a D and a D, a C and a D. But essentially you can see that this has to be more than 1.4, greater than 1.4. So what's greater than 1.4? And on the number line, which is given to you right here on the book, in the book, here's our 0, here's our 1, here's our 1.2. Don't we now know that .4 is going to be about there? Let me erase that, because if I don't write it straight, it's going to come out crooked. It sure did. I'm going to have to make that bigger, I'm sure of that. But we're adjusting as we get along, right? So again, we're looking between 1 and 2, and now we're looking at it being closer to 1.4. Fair enough? All right. I think you can finish your way through that page, which is page 11. And the end of this, as far as you're concerned, because what I'm going to be looking for when I see you in class next, and what Mr. Gutierrez is going to be looking for when he sees you in class, is he's going to be looking for the guided practice and the independent practice on page 12 and page 13. So that's an assignment. So you don't get a 0 for your off days, or a 50 or a 70. Assignment is page 12 and 13. We're going to walk around the room and we're going to look at that for you and see what's what. Now again, this is going to be This says 8.ns.1d up at the top, but given that I'm learning to use the tools better and put them on YouTube for you, I'm going to have those two to go. Alright, and we'll talk about it in class. Now, if you have problems with this understanding when you get to the practice pages, right, these two practice pages, what do? Ask us. That's what we're here for. But you can't do that except on days that you're in class, whether you're on the A part of the team or the B part of the team. And I'll see you then. Thanks.